All right, cool. So get the protocol out of the way. I will send the recording 24 hours after this. So that's when I'll send the recording with all the resources. I am going to send the resource at the end of this and answer questions at the end of this. I do this because I just find it easier if I go through the doc together, and then you can find it. I'll send it on the chat at the end. And I will also send it to you inside 24 hours. So before we get started, real quick, this is a workshop I am hosting for the cash creators. And cash creators, if you see more people here, it's because they are guests that bought a guest pass. But I host like 2 of these every month, and inside the cash creators community. So I'm opening up 3 spots for cash creators. I just sent you the doc right here, and I'm taking the invite down on Friday. If you come to the workshop, you like what you see, then you can join that. And if you want to join, I recommend you do that fast, because last time the spots for the month got taken before the month started. So, and we actually closed doors. So if you want to check out the cash creators community, join. It's easy to get started for just $250. You and I could get a one-on-one call, craft your waiver strategy, and offer together. Get that done. Get you taking money home. So yeah, with that out of the way, we're here to do a workshop. So let's talk Whale-Bait. Let me pull this up. So this workshop, I did something special, everybody. I did it in a Notion, not just a Google Doc. See, we're upgrading our stuff. I did it on a Notion because it's going to be easier for me to explain it this way. But yeah, let's talk Whale-Bait. How do we turn your hidden whale clients, your hidden whales into paying clients? So just want to make sure that everything's good. Yeah. Okay, so Whale-Bait. People need less leads than they think. Often when I work with people and I ask them, what's your main problem? They give me 3. They give me either my offer, clarity, or I just don't have leads. And I agree with offer and clarity, but it's often that you need less leads than you think. What you really need are better leads. To do so, people make the wrong correlation that more people equals more leads, which equals more chances of a sale. So they post fish bait and they go viral, right? Which is great for getting famous, but not that good for getting rich. To be rich, not famous, it's much faster to focus on whale-bait content so that you can talk to the whales directly. I've had people who I've never heard about just hit me up, be like, yo, JK, like, can we work together? I'm like, of course. I send them the link, they pay $250, and then they go on the second page and pay $13,000 without a call. Fucking wild. But this is what happens when you get your whale-bait stuff dialed in. This is how people with 2K followers make 60K a month, and how clients with 10K followers make 250K a month. This is why, and this is a wild statistic, I have more active clients than average likes per post. Like, my engagement is shit, but behind shit engagement, there's a business that's not shit. So, Whale-Bait. This is what Whale-Bait allows you to do. Turn your hidden whales into paying clients, because they already followed you. We're just not showing them the right things, which is what we're gonna cover today. So for context, where does this fit inside the Likes and Cash funnel, all the cash creators? So if you want help with your core offer, you watch Sale Without Sales Calls, because everything comes from that. Today we'll cover Whale-Bait, which is how to get better leads for that core offer. So that's kind of the middle step. If you want to see how to sell that offer, then go to the portal and check out Email Sales Machine. This is just so you see kind of how this fits. Whale-Bait is getting leads. Offer is Sale Without Sales Calls. Getting sales is Email Sales Machine. So just so you know, this is where it fits. Okay, so why Whale-Bait, right? There's fish and there's whales in every audience. Sometimes you just don't see them, but they're there. But fish are people you don't want, and you attract them with fish bait. Like the guy that says, I don't want beginners, but you look at their content and it's all about how to get your first client online, my top 10 mindset books. Here's my entire playbook that you can copy and paste and use for free. That's fish bait. And I'm gonna cover how to not do that later. Whale-Bait, however, allows us to run small audiences that are massively profitable. And it started when I met this guy with 2K followers that ran a 60K cohort. I'm like, what the fuck? How'd you do that, right? Whale-Bait. The guy that when I used to ghostwrite, this guy had 1,000 followers. he sold 9 figures online of shoes and vests. Crazy. Anyway, often we don't have a leads or engagement problem. We have a whale-bait problem. We're just not attracting the right people. If we can fix that, then the rest comes easier. For context, 80% of my income comes from a small list of 300 whales. Like, that's it. It's just a small list of 300 whales, because we want to make the reframe here. Your audience is not the moneymaker. Your audience is the finder of the moneymaker. Your audience is just a mechanism so you can find a couple dozen people you need to make life-changing money with. The audience doesn't make the money. The audience helps you find the people with which you can make the money. You're not Dan Coe. You're not Justin Welsh. Like, this is, they do their thing, right? We do it a different way because we don't have the huge audiences, right? Like, we have to play different games. We have to play the whale-bait game. So how does it work? Whale-bait, and I'm going to be honest, it was hard for me to come up with this training. And if you ask Ryan, who's my business partner, how long have you been delaying this? How long has JK been delaying this training? The answer is a lot, because it's more feel than fact. Like in all the other trainings, like sales calls, sell without sales calls, and email sales machine, I knew what to promote on what day and what's the cadence. But for whale-bait, it's more feel than fact. So the baits that I'll give you below are not a recipe, they're ingredients. You test them out until you get a feel for what you enjoy and what you don't. It's obvious, but the more you do this thing, the better you'll get at it. I will just show you in the beginning the whale-bait templates that I kind of cycle through and I think about a lot. And then you take that and improve upon it for yourself. So we're going to start. And by the way, a good practice to do as I'm going through this is take a pen and paper or a Google Doc or whatever, and just kind of write the ideas that come to you. Because when you're exposed to content that works, our mind will create content that works. It's just kind of association. So it's a good idea to like just write down the ideas that you get in this training and execute on them. Speed is the main thing here. Okay, so let's run. Whale-bait. So it starts with the big one is the plan. So one thing you can post is the plan. Followers need a leader. For a lot of people, it's hard to lead because they have no idea where they're going. So this is why people can't grow a following. And they're like, man, like your engagement of this person is so much better than mine. Or this person has so much more pull than me. The reason why, it's because they know where they're going and you don't. They know how much money they want to make. They know what the goal is and you don't. You're not clear on it. When you choose to lead and you choose a goal, you represent something that people want to be but are not. And they love that shit. So a good idea to post, and this was like, this post right here made me a lot of money because it requires a lot of courage. It requires you to be able to, okay, I want to heal this many people. I want to build a business that makes this much money, and this is my plan. Because you're putting yourself out there, you're calling your shot. People love that. And whether you hit it or not is not important because people just respect the fact that you called it. So this one's my pinned post. The plan to make 100K a month profit with 3 hours a day. So I talked to you about how my businesses were big, but I wasn't taking much money home. But now I just want to hit 100K a month with my plan. Grow socials my way, invite people to the newsletter, host workshops, like what I'm doing, make my stuff easy to buy, grow the Cash Creators community to 100, sell access to me, raise prices, and partner up with people. That's the plan. So if you can find out where you're going, how many people you want to heal, how many people you want to help them lose weight, how many people you want to help them go on their first date, make it public. People respect it when you make your plan public. So that's one like really cool thing you can do. What's the plan and what's the goal to get there? Because it gets people to rally behind you. Second thing that's really good is the code. So most people don't have a code, right? They're kind of copy paste versions of Danco or Justin Bullshit. But if you create your own code, it makes people see that you're not fucking around and you kind of understand what you're doing. You think for yourself, which, let's be honest, if we sell coaching or consulting, the barrier to entry in this industry is extremely low, because people are sold the fact that you can just coach people, no infrastructure, make 3K per month. Whereas if you have a code, it shows that you're actually thinking through about the things you're going to do. So putting your code out there gives your marketing strength because it makes you the leader, not the regurgitator. It attracts people with similar values, which often make the best clients. So a good idea is to come up with your code. What code do you and your people live by? So for me, it's the cash creator, right? So the content creator sells with calls, the cash creator doesn't. One creates to get paid, the other gets paid to create. One chases prospects, the other doesn't do maybes. One has an irresistible offer, the other has a clear offer. One gives value, the other gives insight. One posts fish bait, the other posts whale bait. And it's just a useful code that it's not only useful to you, but it makes people go, I believe in that too, and I like it. I want to become that person. So putting the code of how you are out there is awesome. This is when I worked for a client. So he used to have a productivity offer, right? So get more work done in less time, something like that. But what we did was we nailed it to the code of the 2-hour man. Now the 2-hour man works intensely, not extensively. They don't get paid for the hours they work, they get paid for the things that get done. The 2-hour man doesn't believe in quantity or quality work because he can do both. I'm the 2-hour man, not a 12-hour machine. I'm competent in all the areas that matter to me, not just one. And by the way, when you craft your code, each of these can be like a little piece. And that piece is just the content for that day and the next day and the next day, which is so useful. Because when you're kind of in a rut and you don't know what to post about, you can look at your code and elaborate on each of them. When you're clear on the code, content comes easier. So what is the code you live by through which you're going to help people get to their outcome? By the way, today I finished a 104-hour fast. Shit sucked, but I told a client who's a fitness coach, and I said, "Hey, bro, like I just finished this fast. Like, are you proud of me?" He's like, "No, I'm not. Do you know how much muscle you built? You lost? Like, do you know how bad that shit is?" I'm like, "Well, kind of. No, like I don't do that. Like I work sustainably, not intensely. I know what's going to happen if I push my body to the limit, so I'd rather make it consistent." That's his code, right? When he puts that out there, whales are going to respond to that because they're like, oh, I believe in that too. Intermittent fasting works. Yeah. So if you're curious, I lost like 3 kilos. It's fucking crazy. But like 2 kilos or something. Anyway, next, ideas. So people try to sell products in socials, but I find that that's not as useful as selling ideas. People buy ideas before they buy products. People buy into the whole masculinity thing and changing, being a top G before they buy Andrew Tate stuff, right? People buy into the whole likes and cash thing before they become a cash creator, because people buy ideas, not products. Selling ideas first and selling products second works much better than just selling products first. When you share your ideas in public, it's much easier than to sell your products in private. So you take people from A to B in a certain process. Along the way, you have found things that work and don't work for you. For me, things that don't work is giving away free value, is never selling, it's doing maybes and sales, for example. For you, in the A to B process, what are some things that you believe in? Like, what are your ideas? For me, post daily, make an offer daily, promote list daily, don't chase clients, no more than 3 hours per work a day of work per day. Product is king, prospects in motion stay in motion, and I run a business, not a show business. So what are your ideas? And by the way, don't be afraid of going against like the common current. Like I actually posted this, like, what's the main guy in quote unquote my niche? It's Alex Hormozi, right? I muted him because he stresses me out. So, and I was open about it. And I said, I disagree with some of this takes because Alex sells, private equity. I sell coaching for $1,000, so it's like different, right? So what are your ideas in how you take people from A to B? What do you believe in? Like, I'm like, sell often, sell on Sundays, sell twice a day, design for your life, not for scale, sell via text. Like, what do you believe in? I have another belief, which is cut supply. So like, don't be always open. What do you not believe in? I think lead nurturing is bullshit, personally. I don't agree that the business exists only to serve the customer. It exists to serve you, the owner, as well. What are some things that you see that other people don't? Like for me, I see that some clients want 100% of what you promise. Some clients want 25% of what you promise. But people buy it because they want direction as much as they crave the outcome. I believe that your audience is not the moneymaker, is the way to find the moneymaker. And I believe that adding screenshots to your sales pages actually messes you up. It's distracting and, in my opinion, messy. So what are things that you believe in? What are your ideas? Because people buy ideas before they buy products. If you have one idea that resonates with them, then it makes them much easier to convert down the road. Just to make sure I understand, is the code more about goals and ideas more about tactics? These feel very similar, and they should feel similar. It's like I'm not giving you exactly do this. This is more a catalyst for thinking. As I go, as I talk, you should be coming up with some ideas or some angles. It is very similar, code and ideas. But for example, an idea of mine is don't give everything away for free, but I can't put it in a code, right? The code is kind of more professional, if you will. Okay. Don't think about it too much. Don't get too autistic on this. Like, just get the idea and be like, okay, this doesn't work for me, next. The proof, this is huge. So people buy coaches, not coaching. The greatest proof or case study ever is you. So when people talk to me and they go, I don't have case studies, I don't have proof, bullshit. You are the case study because you healed yourself. So showing what your plan, code, and ideas have done in your life is one of the most powerful forms of marketing. It creates a niche of one and allows you to get paid for being you. So I have many ideas, right? And like, you have many ideas as well. By showing what that has done in your life, it gets people to be like, oh, I want that too. And it's more likely that they will get it because you are likable, because they like what you have done. So for me, my grandma rarely asked for anything, but when I was a kid, she mentioned her childhood dream was to visit Venice. I told her, you'll see, one day I'm going to make money and I'll take you to Venice. That day is today. So this is what my business has allowed me to do. What has the things you are good at allowed you to do? So heal, lose weight, be happy, have freedom. Like, the whole influencer marketing thing works because it's like people are in Bali and they want to be like that, right? But even if you post the little things, like today I don't have to show up to work. I am here just enjoying beer and pizza, right? That's a thing. That's you showing the proof that your stuff works. And the key here is show, don't tell. Like pictures, screenshots, before and afters. All of these are really useful here. My ideal business: 7 figures, high margins, doesn't need a sales call, can run from anywhere, 2 or 3 hours a day, writing 1 post a day, 1 email a day. I'll show you how to get there tomorrow. Click to join my link in bio. It's free. The proof is huge. Like, you are the marketing. By showing what your methods have done for you, that is the most powerful form of marketing because it is undeniable. And it creates a niche of one because nobody can replicate it because, well, it's you. And this is a big one: insight, not value. So I like this because it goes against what a lot of people teach. Building audiences with value attracts people who want to try your stuff. Building audiences with insight attracts people who want to buy your stuff. Huge difference. Value is telling you how to do the thing. Templates, swipe files, a guide, a complete walkthrough, a hack. But when you give those away, number one, it's attract fish. And number two, is it delays your conversion window because people want to try it and they're like, oh, let me try it and then I'll get back to you. And they never do. So somebody who actually followed that blueprint, and I followed it too, and I regret it, but he said, this is a huge struggle I have. Basically gave away all my knowledge for free. And when I opened up my coaching offer, people felt like they already had everything. This is a real thing. Like only giving away value is great for people who sell to the 1% of the 1%, like real estate, private equity. If you're here, that's probably not you. Insight-based content is a better use of your time. Now, insight is revealing why the thing matters. Revelations, insights, stories, proof. It's superior to value because it attracts people with the problem. And I added this screenshot that I actually got yesterday. Hey, JK, I'm curious about the program. Right? You just get inbound when you focus on insight. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Value makes people want to try your stuff because you gave them a map. But insight makes people want to buy your stuff because you gave them hope, because you showed them that you could help them, not told them how to do it. Because it's like, if I give you a map, you want to try it. If you give an instruction manual, you want to use it. But if I show you why my methods work, it makes you curious. It makes you want to talk to the person. Examples are, value is, hey, here's my exact email templates. Steal them. What's that going to attract? Other email marketers. Insight is, hey, email is 10% of my audience, but 95% of my revenue. Email matters. I'm going to show you how I run my email list and you can buy it. It's called Email Sales Machine, right? Insight. If you tell people the best Tinder opener is this, that's value. If you tell people the key to Tinder is to make it look like your friends made you open an account so you look high status, but there's tricks to do that. I'll show you how to do that in my workshop next week. Damn. Value is telling you deadlift this way with this shoulder cue. This is why when I see a fitness coach show people how to lift better at the gym, I die inside a little because I'm like, bro, your prospects don't even go to the gym. Like, why are you doing this? Insight is, hey, getting into the gym is easy because you don't need to lose weight. You can actually build muscle and eat the foods you like because that's the first step. I don't believe in hard diets. I believe in things you actually enjoy. You see how these fitness people are addicted to fitness? It's because they did it right. And this is why I show it to you this way. I got 2 more spots. Fuck. It's like, okay, what you got, right? Insight sells much more. An example of insight is this. I use this email, out of all the emails I sent, aside from the last one, which is, hey, we're closing doors in 6 hours. This one was the most effective. So a friend opened up a community and thought about the people who were going to join. He thought it was going to be the people he talks to daily. Turned out to be a bunch of people he has never seen. If you've been coaching for a while, you've noticed that the people who engage with your content are not usually the people who buy your coaching, because these are hidden whales. And in the Whale Bait workshop, I'll show you how to make money out of them. See what I mean? So you don't want to use these Whale Bait templates to get whales. I'll give you the other 10 at the Whale Bait workshop. Shit doesn't work. You tell people this is why this matters, and then you get them. So a good idea to do this is list your beliefs in your code, make a list out of them, and explain why each of them matters. These are all Whale Bait because, and I got this from Dan Coe. He said, I turn my newsletters into videos, and they're usually longer form, and these filter out the people who don't have long attention spans. I kind of think of this like that. If you list out insights, you attract people who are more critical thinkers, when usually they make more money and they can pay you for your stuff. So insight, not value. Don't tell people how to do the thing. Show people why the thing matters. Another one is show, don't tell. So showing, not telling how your solution works is really underrated. Like, this is awesome. So for that, I'm gonna show you a quick video that I think is gonna be helpful. So pay attention to this quickly.
The science of polymers.
By the way, can you guys hear that? Can you like write something in the app so that I know that you can hear it? Yeah, cool. Cool.
To kind of demonstrate this. So imagine that these crystals here represent eating right and exercising, all that good stuff. Go ahead and sprinkle that over the fat.
Okay, so we both are going to exercise and eat right and all those things.
Right.
We're both going to sprinkle on our fat. Okay.
Good. Sprinkle it on. There you go. There you go. Excellent. Now go ahead and mix it up. You know, get a little exercise there yourself. So then you mix that up. Dr. Oz does the same thing. You might notice something happening to that.
Ooh.
What is happening to it?
It's becoming liquid.
It's becoming liquid. Yeah. So it's actually liquefying. We can actually demonstrate this.
You know, I got a bucket here.
yeah.
But let me show you. It's actually your most liquid asset, that stomach fat. It's supposed to be able to. Lift it up. Science Bob, help me. Belly fat. Watch what happens. It gently. Ooh.
So this is probably bullshit, you know, but Dr. Oz is the best marketer of all time because he showed you, he didn't tell you. And now you're going to be like, oh shit, like how do I get my stuff, my eyes and my hands on that, whatever thing you were selling, right? So this is a core principle of the whale bait, is showing people, not telling them. You already know what their pain points are. Not enough money, bad health, and bad or lack of relationships. Pains are not new. So I would say stop thinking so much about pain points and start thinking about painkillers, because the pain points are the same. No money, no health, no relationships. Show what your uncommon methods have done for common problems. The more pull, like I've never got more pull to my marketing ever since I started talking about like the things I disagree on that everybody agrees on, which is don't give that much value, don't sell with sales calls, right? So here's an example. Don't sell often. I don't believe in that. Aim for the stars. Don't believe in that. You need sales calls. Don't believe in that. So for you, what have your uncommon methods done for common problems? Like there was a fitness dude that he only trained like twice a week and like 5 sets per workout session, which is, you know, less than the recommended one. And he looked great. So that is whale bait, because it makes people go, shit, that's cool. And you're not everybody else, like everybody else. What you got? This is me. What 100K a month business looks like, likes in cash. Like it's all red. This is proof, showing, not telling. Cash creator principle. You don't get paid to create. You don't create to get paid. You get paid to create. Last week I ran a workshop, so that they passed to 100, made 7,200 for a work I was going to do anyway. For others, when people followed my method, this is what happened. When people follow your method, this is what happens. Like action, reaction. So this is really simple. You don't really need to overthink this. Show people what your stuff has done for you and for others. And this is kind of a little piece of nuance that I want to instill in you. Sometimes we feel like we don't have case studies. You are the case study. Like the fact that this has worked with you is enough. So don't be like, oh, I like case studies. No, like it's just you. You just have to spin the stories already inside of you. Problems. So problems is the next one. Insight on why the problem is happening reveals that you have insight on how to solve it. So when you reveal why the problem is happening, people with the problem will form the niche for you. And this is why when people trip around, I'm choosing my niche, I can't find my niche, should I rebrand my niche? It's irrelevant. Because when you put out the problem out there, people with that same problem respond, and that becomes the niche. I showed what my problems were and what the solutions were, and I started attracting people who, you know, they're typically right-wing, they're typically introverted, they typically have a like huge problem with authority, and they're coaches and consultants that like Twitter but don't really like video. That's my niche, right? But like if I sent that out, that'd be a huge miss, right? you don't choose a niche, you let the niche choose you by putting the problems out there that you can solve. So an example, qualified leads. I don't show you my template to get qualified leads. I show you, people think they have a leads problem when they have a bait problem. They post fish bait, but expect to attract whale. That reveals insight. It makes people go, interesting, what else you got? Churn. People will spend 95% of their time on prospects and 5% on clients and wonder why everyone leaves after 3 months. Shit, what do you know? Friend zone. The longer someone consumes your content, the less likely they are to become clients. I've had people join my list at 6 and becomes client at 603. I've had people receive 531 emails from me before purchasing. The difference was how quick I made them an offer. Showing people why the problem is happening to them makes you look like you know your shit. And you don't need to explain how the problem is solved, because just that insight is enough value for them to be like, huh, this guy gets it. And this is another example of me showing why a problem exists, but I included an email, which is Jay's client journey went like this. He paid really fast, because the longer someone's consumed your free content, the less likely they are to become paid clients. Huh, what do you know? Email sales machine. So listing out all the problems and explaining why it's happening is Whalebait. I wanted to include this a little bit, case study. So I believe that screenshots are distracting because people don't really read them. But a good case study is incredibly effective because it provides context, meaning people can relate to it. And it gives insights, meaning it gives people hope. I don't believe in screenshots so much because I see this screenshot, but I don't know if it relates to me. So if you show someone who's making this much money after working with you, that's irrelevant because you're not including how much money they were making before or what was their unique situation. Whereas case studies allow you to know the context in which it happened. And if the context is similar to the one that the person reading it is in, it makes them respond way better. So my case study template goes like this. If you have it, I recommend you post this once a week. If you don't have them, well, post it every time you have it. But for me, it's this. 10 steps to 10K. To learn, you'll learn how TB hit his first 10K month with 4K followers. 10 things he did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And I can help you too in my workshop. So 3 parts to a good case study. Number 1, it's previous scenario with context. So in all the testimonials I'll share, you will notice that I always include the follower count. Because if I show you how much money TV made, it could be someone with 100,000 followers, right? It doesn't matter. But if I show you, hey, he's got 4K followers, you're going to compare yourself to him. And you're going to be like, fuck, I'm not making 10K with 4K. Another one, you lay out, okay, 3 steps, 5 steps, 7 steps, whatever, and you show how it got solved. Again, insight, not value. You don't give out the templates. You just show why the thing matters. So for me, offers, I didn't give my offer template. I said, most offers fail because they show you a destination, but not a path. People hate uncertainty. When you show steps, it's like you're shining a light in a dark hall. It's easy to trust you and easier to pay you. Can you help me clarify my offer? And then a call to action. I'll drop this on Black Friday. If you like early access, reply 10K. That's it. Like that's the entire case study template. If I am selling a workshop or a do-it-yourself thing, I will usually price it at $100 and I will include the link right there. If I'm selling a longer term thing like Cash Creators, I will ask people to reply so we can start a conversation. So expensive, get them to reply, cheap, put the link. Document. This is fun. So the best content comes from the past because it answers the question, why should I listen to you? I think that the best content isn't created, the best content is collected. By using stuff you've already done, you're providing insights nobody else can provide. So by going back to your past and thinking, what did I do last month? What did I talk? What can I share again? That is Whalebait because nobody else can copy it. So a good one is updating us on the plan. Like, how's your plan going? This requires courage, but it gets you a lot of people rallying for you. So for me, as February is going great so far, mashallah. You can retell a story. So what impactful story can you tell again? Some things are obvious to you, but fascinating to others. A good book on this is Storyworthy. Storyworthy shows you how to turn the normal events in your life into actual stories that people like and read. So what story that happened last month, last week, last year, can you tell again? Don't create content, collect it. Now, once you have that, you spin it. What spin can you give that story? This turned out to be a system that averaged us 9 clients a week in January. It's the same story, but I just included it in a different number. This story is still the same thing. 80% of my money comes from 0.13% of my audience. These are all the same events, but you spin it by changing the name or the number or the problem or the bait. Reuse. What did you put a lot of work into that's collecting digital dust? Maybe you were in a workshop before, maybe you were in a masterclass, somebody has the recording, upload it. This is what happened. This is one of my most popular YouTube videos. And it was just a recording. Repost. I found that between 2 and actually 6 to 12 weeks, that's a good idea to repurpose stuff. So I have a few emails that have worked really well for me. And I don't know if you guys notice, I hope you don't, but I just copy and paste that shit every 8 weeks and, you know, hope for the best. Because people forget what they had for breakfast. People will also forget that you posted this, you know, 3 months ago. So this is my best performing email. And fun fact, I didn't even write it. It was Ryan, my business partner. I just said, well, it's not stealing if you steal from your business partner, right? He's like, no. So yeah, there you go. You can repost every 6 weeks. Recall. Talk about your Canon events. Canon events are things that radically change your life. Selling my company changed my life. Twitter changed my life. Learning English changed my life. So talk about the things that you've already done. Whale bait is a lot of practice of not posting whale bait, but showing in which ways you are a whale bait. You are the bait. Like, it's not the content you put out that attracts whales. It's how you show people who you are and what you've done that attracts the whales. Whale bait is not, it's not a trick. It's not a gimmick. It's you becoming the kind of person that whales would like to be attracted to. And you do that by collecting content, not creating content. Documenting is a good idea for that. Another one is proof of competence. So everyone respects someone with a certain skill at their craft. Like, if you can record it and Loom it, like these are all Loom videos. They did pretty well. Share client result. John did this on how he, you know, helped Carl with his acne. By the way, this thread fucking crushed it. Share a personal result, like go over your analytics, your numbers, all the things that are collecting dust in your Google Drive, in your Excel sheets, and post it again. Because I can promise you, people have forgot about this shit. And the last whale bait is the best branding move of all time, is the caps lock key. It's this right here. You do that right, you get everything right. You do that right, you add power to your marketing. So, for example, I don't call my stuff a funnel. I call it the Lex and Cash funnel. I don't call my stuff content. I call it whale bait. I don't have a system. I have an email sales machine. I don't say goal. I say whale number. I don't say following up. I say the cash creator wait list. By caps locking the parts of your process, it gives it a lot of power. And it can be as easy as just change the letter. Like, that's it. And then what you do is you name drop these IPs inside your stuff. I'm not saying this is my goal. I go with, that's my whale number. It adds power to it. I don't say my templates. I say my anti-nurturing email templates in the email sales machine. It's a subtle change that changes a lot about how people perceive you. because it makes them lean in. It makes them think, wait, what is this? And why does it have capital letters? Okay. Okay, so that's whale bait things, how you can post whale bait. But whale bait is also about how you show yourself to the world. It's about how you behave. I used to post whale bait content, but people didn't respect my process. They ghosted me. They left me on red. I just had a bunch of tire kickers because I didn't include whale bait behaviors. And this is a huge part of whale bait. It's not about just the content you put out, it's how you behave. It's how you put yourself into the world. It's about teaching prospects how to treat you. So prospects mistreat us because we let them. When you start behaving like a whale, people treat you like one, and you attract those whales. 6 months ago, I couldn't get more than one person on the calendar a day. Now we filled our client spots 6 months in a row, all inbound. And it's largely because of the whale behaviors. When you get the whale behaviors right, you increase your lead speed and you increase the respect people have for you. So I'm gonna go over some whale bait behaviors that you can implement so that people will actually respect your process and treat you better. The people who you see get a ton of inbound and clients that are not a pain and selling is easy, it's because they behave like a whale. It's high status. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. One, every offer you make, it's got to come with scarcity and urgency. It's big. Scarcity and urgency will ruin your brand if it's fake, but it will make you a lot of money when it's real. And the way this works, it's because the coaching and consulting world has made people realize that there is no consequence to inaction. They know that if they don't buy from you today, you will still be there tomorrow. Cash creators, we don't do that shit. We take things away because we have scarcity and we have urgency. So to get there, first thing you do is you find your dream monthly income and you divide it by your price. That's essentially how much money you need to make, right? And then you divide it by 12 because that's every month of the year. And that's your freedom number. How many clients you need per month to stay. So once you have your freedom number, you realize, oh, I only need 5 clients, 3 clients, 10 clients per month. And then you make the scarcity known. You let them know there's only this many spots. And then you close doors once or twice a month. Email sales machine helps you with this. And you make the closing date known. So if you see cash creators, I will always include scarcity and urgency. I will always say this many days we're open and this many spots are open. We will close when one of those 2 are done. And I did this when I first began this workshop. I said, guys, we only have 3 spots and we're closing on Friday. Scarcity, urgency. Every offer you make has to have one of these. And something that might be relevant to this is how I promote my stuff, because I open and close my my stuff every once in a while. And this is what I do. So week 1, I'll promote my core offer. Week 2 and 3, I'll do workshops. And week 4, I'll promote the core offer again. So my cycle looks a little bit like this. Cash creators opens, and then we're closed. And then I promote a workshop. And then cash creators open again. It's important that there is a period of time in which people cannot give you money. By running this flow, it allows you to have that. Scarcity and urgency increases lead speed. So every offer, scarcity and urgency. 2, well, there you go. Yeah, promote different things so there are periods in which people cannot buy a certain offer. So don't just promote one thing all the time, because when you promote the same thing, people stop listening. But when you vary your stuff out, when you say, hey, we're closed, I'm not opening this month, or okay, would you like to be added to the wait list because we're full? I have a client, he's going to Thailand for vacation. And he said, I have nothing to sell. I'm like, no, you have everything to sell. You're gonna sell to people, hey guys, I'm going to Thailand and you cannot give me money. But you can be added to the wait list so that when you come, you can get one of the limited spots I'm opening. See? There's gotta be a period in which people cannot give you money. 3, take things away and stick to your word. So if you ever try to buy the workshop, after the expire date, it'll redirect you to this kind of disrespectful page that says the offer is expired. This is on purpose because you want to let people know, oh, things go away here. It also creates conversations. So for example, there's a conversation that got from that. Hey, JK, I was on the road and I missed this workshop. Would you be willing to sell the replay? I will stick to my word and say no, but what are you looking for? Maybe I can help at some other stuff. He's like, I'm transitioning to group coaching. Would you like the details? He's like, yeah, for sure. Cool, here. Okay, does this work for Facebook? It works. Ready? Let's do it. Done. When you take things away, it makes people go, ah, shit, I needed help. And then you can ask them, well, what did you need help with? 4, this is my personal favorite, married girl strategy. So married girl strategy is, you know how, there's a hot girl, everybody likes her, but then one day she just posts a picture with a ring, and then all dudes get depression. That's a married girl strategy. When you close doors or when you are full, you make a huge deal about it. You let everyone know, you can't give me money because I don't need you. We can't give me money because we're closed. And it gets people moving. So an example of this is this right here. This guy, for the past year, he was like, JK, of course, there's no chance in hell we will not work together. I will set a reminder for my calendar in August 2024. Yeah, right. And then when I said married girl strategy, hey guys, we're closed, he messaged me. If I do a free call with JK to show him how to get shredded by May, do I get it now? I'll add you to the waitlist. No, because you can teach your audience how to treat you. By taking things away and closing doors, you treat people, you show them that you will not take the usual shit they give other coaches. Because you're a cash creator, not a content creator. True follow-ups. Now, I follow up with people, but I don't have a setter. Like my VA follows up with people, but he's not a setter. Why? Because these are actually quite simple. Like all my follow-ups are true in the way that I just update people on either how many spots are left or how many days are left. So if somebody asks for my details on cash creators, I go with, yeah, man, go. And there's only this many spots and we're closing on this day of the week. Somebody says, I'm in, cool. Now, most people ghost, and that's okay. So I go with, hey, we're closing this many days and I don't want you to miss out. I've included a bonus. Are you in? And then the day we close, there's no guesswork. I just say, hey, we're closing today. Are you in? The spots, when spots are full, hey, it's closed. Do you want to be added to the wait list? It's not guessing. It's not like trying to leash people out into the sale. It's just letting them know this many days are left, this many spots are left. Easy. And if they ghost after all these messages, I just go with, hey, name, I'm closing your file because I didn't hear back from you. Because as cash creators, we don't do maybes. It's a no or it's a yes or a move on. What's funny is that when you send this, it gets people going, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't check my email. By the way, can you add me for the waitlist for March? Right? Often that happens because they are not used to having things taken away. They're not used to dealing with a whale coach or a whale seller. So true follow-ups are huge. 6 is have a waitlist. A waitlist is just people you tell a little bit before you open doors. So when you get the time objection, I can't do it right now, maybe later. You don't just say, okay, I'll follow up. You say, would you like to be added to the waitlist? It's higher status. So thanks for sending that. I don't have the bandwidth. I appreciate the offer. When does that arrangement end? Because he mentioned he had a coaching arrangement. I've got another 4 months. Okay, would you like to be added to the waitlist? Then I can let you know before because things go away at this house. Can you add me to April? Sure. So when the time comes when I can reach back, I don't say, hey, just pinging you. Like, it's been a while. How's it going? I can just say, hey, dude, we got 10 spots for April and we're closing on 1 week. I remember you wanted me to let you know early. Are you in? Status. And also offer the waitlist when you're full. So if you're full, then you go with, hey, we close in, wait, hold on, what is this? Yeah, this is just the sequence I use for when we're full. So if people say, yeah, sure, shoot me the details and add me to the waitlist, I'll get them the details. If they say I'm in, awesome, I'll send you a payment link a few days before the rest. And then when the day comes, here's a payment link. A waitlist is also quite useful for you to replace churned clients. So when you have a waitlist and you actually stick to the word, let's say one of your client leaves, you can hit the waitlist and let them know, one spot opened up, you're next on the list, or you're ready to get started. And then when they say no, or when they don't respond, you send them to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. The waitlist allows you to breathe, allows you to have more demand than supply. Another, we don't chase. So don't keep following up forever. I disagree with that. So I go with, hey man, I'm closing your file because I didn't hear back from you. And the guy's like, hi JK, I didn't get to these emails. I would like to go back to the list if you thought it was beneficial. But now the next time we encounter, it's going to be a different dynamic. And the last one, it doesn't go about email or talking to people. It's just don't create content you don't enjoy creating. If you don't like video, don't fucking do video. You don't need to. You will have your best results when you create stuff you enjoy. People can't tell when you don't want to be there. Like, it's crazy how many people you will go right there on your Instagram and you see the talking face videos. And you kind of know that they don't want to do that. They don't like to do that. It feels forced. So I don't do that. I love writing though. So I write. When people can feel that you don't like to create the content, they feel something off in that energy and they don't want to give you money. So they'll create content you don't enjoy creating. And if you see my pictures, this is a screenshot. These are just random pictures I took. Easy. I think if you see my picture for today, I think. Yeah, look at my picture from today. It's me and a T, bro. Like, doesn't matter. Okay. So whale behaviors and whale bait. You combine these two, it takes a while to kick in, but eventually your audience understands how to treat you. So important. Now, fish bait. Whale bait takes time to kick in. It's effective, but takes around 3 months for like this cycle to start moving. But for now, focus on whale bait and whale behaviors, but stop fish bait. So a few things that I consider fish bait that I think are hurting me are when you create, thinking about people who have not given you money. This is huge. Like, if you think about how to convince someone, you're gonna hate it. But if you think about how can I give insight to my current clients, that is the right state of mind. So it's easy for me to write copy because I only think about the people who have already given me money. I'm just rewriting conversations that already happened. Thinking about people who haven't gets you needy, gets you pushy. It's just that. Posting about things, peers over prospects. So when people go, I just closed a client, let's go. My prices are super high and I don't need to justify them. Or, hey, guys, have you noticed that everyone's engagement is down? You're talking to peers. You're not talking to prospects. So like, it may get you like some laughs and some people commenting, but it's not going to make you money. So peers over prospects, no go. The wishy-washy. So I got this from the fitness coaches that go with lose fat and build muscle. Twice as many promises don't make the offer twice as strong. They make it half as strong. Focusing on less things makes you more money. My thing is, I will help you get to 20K, and that is it. I know people have lead flow and offers and conversion issues, but I just say 20K. Don't promote many things in your offer. It has to be one. And if you have a sort of an offer that's kind of intangible, it's not directly ROI. One thing that is really good is this. I'll help you do X, the best 3 words in all of copywriting, so you can do Y. I'll help you get rid of your limiting beliefs so you can grow your business. I'll help you break your addictions so you can lose weight. I'll help you break the cycle of overeating so you can have a six-pack. So you can is an awesome phrase. So if you have an intangible offer, this is good. I'll upgrade your style so you can get more respect. Stuff like that. So you can go on more dates. It's a tough world out there. Calling up. So when you say this is for 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, this is for busy executive, it's a desperation signal. You're basically saying that you get a bunch of unqualified leads. Don't say it. Just lay out the problem and let the niche find itself. Common lingo, like calling yourself a coach, calling yourself a coaching program, course, mentorship, this puts you in a box. This limits you. You will never hear me call myself a coach because, and like you shouldn't call yourself a coach either because you're so much more than that. You're a mentor, you're a friend, you're a consultant. Like you play many roles and you don't want to be put in a box. So what do? Just call it the name. I don't say the Likes and Cash program. I just say cash creators, right? I don't say hire me as a coach. I just say like, let's work together. Don't use these common lingos because it makes people kind of put you in a box. Getting defensive and aggressive. So I feel aggressive at times, and I know that the keeper has to be far when that moment comes. When you're aggressive on the timeline, people move farther away from you. So just take a break. Come back when you feel better. An example of this is when you shame and guilt trip people. So, hey, I invested in myself because I'm an action taker. This doesn't do what you think it does. Like it moves people further away from you. Not buying my thing means you're wasting time on this. You're wasting money. Imagine not buying my thing. This is shaming and guilt tripping, and you're not Andrew Tate. This is not going to work for you. This is probably because at the time of writing, you get defensive. Don't. Take a break, come back later. Overthinking your niche. So an example for this is pizza for doctors. So let's say you run a pizza shop and business is bad. And you think, okay, what's some common niching advice? Well, find a high paying niche and go deep on that. So what you do is you go to your wall and you write pizza for doctors. But then you make less money because you miss out on the wealthy lawyer, the wealthy marketer, the wealthy banker. But if you just made your pizza, your code, your philosophy public, then you would get more people in. You don't choose a niche, the niche chooses you. This is why I usually attract these people, introverted, we've been lied to, we want to be rich, not famous, probably take very little profit home, probably right-wing, and we want to change the profit thing. Because by putting your ideas and code out there, you create the niche. So don't overthink, am I for busy executives or CEOs or entrepreneur? Doesn't matter. Show what you can do and the niche chooses itself. Never ask your audience what they want to see because leaders don't ask followers where they're going. Leaders lead. What content would you like to see more of? We don't do that. You are the leader. You tell them what content they're going to see more of. And calling out the behaviors of others. So when people complain about cold DMs, this is shitty. Post, people, trends, politics, it makes you look petty. It makes you look reactive. And people buy coaches, not coaching. People don't want to work with petty and reactive people. So don't do that. Instead, well behaviors and well behavior. Play the higher level. Play the higher game. And focus on that shit. Okay. So that's some fish bait. And when it comes to content strategy, this is my content strategy. Copy and paste. It works wonders. So I create for email. I make a daily email, and then I copy paste into LinkedIn, copy paste like the little tweets into long form, short form X and long form. And I copy paste into Instagram posts, story, and broadcast. And as you saw, my Instagram posts are not that elaborate. It's just, I just take a picture or whatever. Now, I also have a podcast. That's where the video comes in. Do you need to do video? Absolutely not. So I do like it because I'm kind of autistic and I like ranting. So I do have that. And I pay like $6.50 a month for 15 shorts. Do you need this? No, this is the main thing. Daily email, copy and paste it into the others. So what does that look like? This is my email. It's the same exact thing. But this is the email. So it has a call to action saying, hey, we're closed, or I'm selling this, I'm selling that. But for other platforms, I just end it before the call to action starts, and I add a random picture. That's literally it. That's literally the entire content strategy. One post a day. You write the email, you delete the call to action, and you copy and paste it into everywhere. It's that easy. Now for the small posts, like these are things that I directly got from the email above. When you limit your supply, it sends a signal to the market you're not desperate. As a result, demand goes up. Copy and paste. Now, I copied and pasted this from the above email, and I added this. Last week, I opened up 12 client spots. Sometimes I'll close this many spots or that many spots because we build our business around our life, not our life around our business. My bottleneck is not leads or offer, and I'm grateful to be in that position. So how many one-on-ones I'm willing to do? You just copy the little things you already said in the email and elaborate a little bit on them, and that becomes the entire content strategy. It all is born from the daily email. It's that easy. Why email? Because I haven't seen anything more effective at converting. 95% of my income comes from email, even though it's like 5 or 10% of my audience. So daily actions when it comes to Wellbait is one email a day that equals one post a day because you just copy and paste it, which equals 3x tweets or stories a day because you just, you clip it from the main thing. And once a day, promote your list because list is the easiest moneymaker. So reference email sales machine for this. So if you're like, okay, what do I sell inside my list? Go to email sales machine for that. But when it comes to Wellbait, this will do. It's enough. And the last thing, we're almost done, boys. The last thing is some practical tips. So let me show you the GIF that changed my life. So this is some crazy stuff. So everybody look at the dot in the center, the black one. Eventually, you're gonna notice that a green dot appears in the middle. Don't stop looking at the center. And if you stare for long enough, you're gonna realize that some pink spots start disappearing. Write something if you see it. This is your brain. Sometimes you see things, like sometimes you look at things, but you can't see things. So when you write content, sometimes you look at the paper and the content is right in front of you, but you can't see it. So when that happens, think about this GIF and think, it's in front of me, but I just need to come in with a different state of mind in order to get it right. So often we look at something, but we can't see it. And that's what happens with content. So when you're in a rut, rewatch this training because it will restore your vision. It will allow you to see what's in front of you. You're looking at it, but you're not seeing it. So rewatch this. It's like it's got fundamentals that will help you. You don't need inspiration. You need restoration. You need restoration of the site that allows you to write good content. This is why when people ask me, well, do you consider yourself a good writer? My answer is, well, it depends what time of the day it is. Right? Because some days I'm just feeling good. Some days I'm just like, I want to kill myself. But you don't need inspiration, you need restoration. Another one is when you're stuck, a good question to ask yourself is, or like a good reminder is, hey, just be more honest. Often when we're trying to create content, we can't do it because we're not being honest enough. We try to convince, manipulate. But if you think, okay, let's be more honest here. It's easy because you just have to recall things that have happened. Movement, my best emails actually are written in the treadmill or walking or just moving. Like going for walks is actually really good advice. I take my phone with me and I write. Reduce the noise. Often when you don't know how to create it, it's because you're listening to so many people. So I don't have Twitter on my phone because every time I'm like, oh, man, my content's been kind of shitty lately. I think, have I been checking Twitter too much? If the answer is yes, then I know why my content is shitty, because I'm reading everybody else's stuff. And the best one is let clients tell you. The best people to ask on how to get money is the people who have already given you money. Why am I recording the whale bait workshop? Because my client said, dude, let's do a whale bait workshop. And it's the highest converting workshop I've done, right? It's the one that most people bought. Your clients are experts at telling you how to market because they already gave you money. So listen to them. Go over your questions in Slack and Telegram, wherever, and create that content. That is the people you should listen to. Don't listen to people who are like, oh, I'll definitely buy if you change X, Y, and Z. Bullshit. Listen to people who have already given you money, and they will tell you how to get more people to give you money. Okay, last thing. So next steps. Write one whale bait post per example every day. So if you look at the whale bait examples, where is this? And you're like, okay, today I'm gonna write the plan, but I don't really feel like it. So let me write about problems. That's totally cool because this is not a recipe. These are ingredients. 2, implement whale bait behaviors so that people know how to treat you. 3, the likes and cash content strategy, which is, see, I'm caps loving it, which is write a daily email, copy and paste the shit out of it. And 4, when you feel off, rewatch this. When I feel off with my content, I will rewatch the most basic videos ever. It's like psychology of human nature, Robert Cialdini, how to win friends and influence people, because these fundamentals get me, it restores my vision. I understand that I don't really need inspiration, I need restoration. I had to remember what good content feels and is like, and that's what helps me out. That was the whale bait workshop. So quick thing, let me send you the Notion over here so you guys can have it. So where is this? Okay, guys, promise me something. Nobody's gonna keep asking, where do you get the Notion? I'm gonna post it here twice. And you guys save it. Actually, 3 times, just so you don't forget. And last thing I'll do is remember, we have 3 spots, and I'm taking this invite down on Friday because I'll be traveling this week to Zakopane, which is a town in southern Poland where I will learn how to ski. Meaning, I just don't have time for that many clients. So if you like what you saw and you want my help creating your offer so that you can add 20K a month to your monthly income, take 20K a month profit home, this is the invite, 3 spots going out on Friday. For now, I'll send you the recording 24 hours later, but now I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions. And if you're not familiar with how we answer questions here at Lex and Cash, is we do not raise our hands or write in the chat. We just unmute ourselves and speak over each other. So whoever's first, go. Oh, you can't unmute. Oh, that's my bad. Hold on. Let me allow you to do that. Allow. You can now unmute yourselves. Let it begin.
Hey, JK.
How long did it take you to come up with these whale bait principles? Like, did it take kind of years of refining, or just like seeing what worked and just kind of putting it together?
5 months.
What's your writing process like in the daily basis, JK? Are you like waking up just writing for like an hour? Like, how do you think about this in terms of like time and calendar management for the rest of the week?
Yeah, the way I learned how to write, because my first language is Spanish, was from Ed Lattimore. He said, every day wake up 500 words, even if they suck. So it's kind of my thing, So I started writing 500 words, even if they sucked. I think the best thing I got from that is not being afraid of writing bad stuff. It made me okay with writing bad, not quality stuff, because often my best writing comes after I tell myself, this is probably gonna suck. So that's the first one. The second tip is when I'm feeling it, I stretch it out. So if I'm like, I want to write an email, like I sometimes I'll be like, okay, something hit, we all have those random moments of inspiration. I'd start writing and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna write 10 emails. Do I write 10 emails? No, I write like 1.5, maybe 2. But because I set myself the goal to write 10, I write 2. You know what I mean? So I stretch it out. It's like when you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a 24-hour fast. It's actually easier to complete if you think about, okay, I'm gonna do a 48-hour fast, but you eat at the 24th. It's like you cheat your mind in order to go forward. Those
Right.
two.
Yeah. That's thank you. That was super helpful. And because I know that this is just a follow-up question on that. It's like I know some people kind of preach like the whole like, hey, batch out all your content on like a Monday for the rest of the week. Do you recommend just write each day and get into practice and you'll get bangers in the process of that? Like, am I kind of understanding that correctly?
I have a great answer for this, and it depends on your MBTI personality type. What's your type?
ENFP.
There you go. So if you're a P, you work more like me. So you will be like, I'm feeling it, let's roll. It's like let's just do it, right? But Ryan, my business partner, he's a J. So what works for him is he says Tuesdays and Sundays are content days, so I will just do that. That shit doesn't work for me. It just doesn't, right? But when I'm like, okay, I'm feeling it, let's go, right? So what I like to do is I have kind of my big picture to-do list, as in create a next workshop, write content, whatever, right? And I'll wake up and be like, okay, what do I want to work on today? Because I know that what I want to work on today is probably going to be where I create my best work. So because you and I were P, we work more like let's just fuck around and find out.
Awesome. Yeah, that resonated a whole bunch. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, JK.
Little-
Spanish is my first language as well, and all my followers are from Argentina, which is a country with a shit economy. So I was wondering if, of course, you have already done this, but basically, should I make my entire content in English to raise tickets, for example, or to reach to a higher audience?
I can only say like, what do you want to do? But I did it like that. But my best client making 250K a month with 20K followers sells to Argentinian in Spanish. Some crazy shit. So it depends. Like, what do you think you're gonna be more able to stick to?
Probably Spanish, because it's just my whole life is in Spanish, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's easier to stick to that kind of content, but I don't know. Another question, sorry. Would you stick to a niche because you've landed a good client to leverage on that, or just choose a niche based on what? Just to give an example, I landed a very good client, a very good customer in the niche of luxury brands, for example, but I don't know if that's a niche I fully understand. So I don't know if I can actually commit to that kind of problems, or if I should just define a different niche and stick to the client because I just landed it.
Neither.
Neither.
You should do neither. What you should do, in my opinion,
okay,
you landed the client, it's working. Post about all the things you're working on about that client, and then eventually other luxury brands may pay attention, or other even non-luxury brands will pay attention. Like, you don't have to choose the niche. You don't have to say it. It's like you go to a club and you have a thing on here that says, I only like blondes. It's like, nah, not really, right? So it's like you put out the solution that you can provide, and then niche chooses itself for you.
okay, awesome. Thank you very much.
Cool.
JK, that's a question for you. So just to quickly give some feedback, I joined the program in January Start of January, I jumped on a one-to-one with JK. He gave me some instructions, plan. I followed it to the letter. A month later, I had 10 new clients signed up to group coaching. So JK, your stuff works a treat. Thank you for giving me the plan. And literally, I just followed the plan. But it's given me another challenge. Half my clients are group coaching, half are one-to-one. And I want to transition my one-to-one clients to group coaching. Can you tell me how to do it, please?
Yeah, for sure. What's the agreement like? For
It's
how
fluid.
long?
The one-to-ones,
Yes.
it's fluid. It's kind of fluid. It's month to month.
Did you set up an on a certain date at which the agreement ends?
The agreement can end in 30 days for any of them. Yeah, from both sides.
How much are they paying?
They are paying £1,000 a month, $1,200 a month, the same as the group coaching clients.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So give them lower access to given cheaper access to the group coaching thing. So here's how I would do it. Let me show you. Hey man, congrats on all the success you've had so far. Like, or name it, so it's like you know what their progress, something they have achieved, right? And then you go with I think you're at a stage where it can serve you better as hands-on stuff, and I can serve you better in different ways. Do you include DMs in your stuff?
So I say it again?
Do you include DMs in your program?
Yeah.
Yes. But that's the whole thing.
Private Slack channel.
But it's so but this time it's only 200 or 150 a week. Leave it for whenever you want. Would you like to keep working together? Would you like to do this going forward?
So what percentage discount do you suggest? Like 20% or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're gonna gain more with the time and attention it's giving you.
Yeah.
And because they're the one-on-one clients, they get special treatment. They're cheaper, so it's nice.
Brilliant. That's a quick thank you to everyone else in the team. Ryan, and, Eddie, Christian, Crystal. You guys have been helping massively. So massive thank you.
Awesome. Cool. Let me send this over to you in Slack.
Hey, JK.
What's up?
Yeah, pretty good. I can't remember where I got this from, but it's from one of your content where you mentioned that you make multiple content based on the best client you got. So if you haven't got enough clients, you can do loads of content with like the best client. Can you possibly give more examples and what types of like different angles can we approach so that we can craft more wheelbait content with one particular client?
Cool. Let's talk about one of your case studies, maybe. Like, do you have a case study that you've posted?
Case study.
Or that you like. Give me something you'd like me to spin, and I'll spin it for you.
Okay, cool. So my most successful client that got the best results was overcoming Crohn's, which is a autoimmune gut inflammatory disease. And we did a whole bunch of different things on his lifestyle, and he was able to overcome things without medication. And now he's into remission. So since I'm doing gut health, that's probably a really good case study that I can leverage on. But I struggle to think beyond just lifestyle changes as the case study. So I could just maybe go one post on diet, one post on sleep, and maybe like another post on toxins. But then it's always the same few things over and over again. So I was just trying to figure out if there's any other angles I can approach this to make my content more interesting.
Okay, give me some results that maybe this person had. So he's in remission. Has he lost weight and gained weight? Does he have better skin? Does he not rush to the bathroom now because of the Crohn's thing? Talk to me about
Yeah.
it.
Okay, sure. So he doesn't rush to the bathrooms anymore. He got his energy back, so he doesn't have to deal with fatigue anymore. He used to have like he needs to take naps in the afternoons, and that affects his. He's a teacher, so that affects his performance in school as well. What else? No more extreme bowel movements. And the more recent one that we caught up was his, like, normally by the time winter comes, like he would struggle with fatigue and brain fog. So this winter that just passed, he's doing really well and doesn't have any of those issues. He's not even thinking about it.
Real quick, tell me one thing that led to the, like one thing you helped them with that led to the result. So no rushing happened because, and I know this is more of a holistic approach, but you know, help me out here. So he's not rushing to the bathroom. What is one thing you changed in order to get there?
Okay. Like improve his digestion, like his stomach acids and bowel flow to help absorb the fats in his small intestines, and then switch up his diet into more like carnivore focus rather than eating grains and all kinds of inflammatory stuff.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Energy back. No more fatigue and naps. What happened?
What happened? Okay, we prioritize his sleep. So we address his bedroom environment, make sure that he sleeps 7.5 hours a night. Pay attention to his bedroom environment, turn off the Wi-Fi, that kind of thing. Does that help?
It does. Performance and job.
Okay. Taking sun breaks, introducing red light, and prioritizing his morning routine.
Very good. Very good. No more extreme bowel movements.
No more extreme bowel movements. Okay. That one's probably back to carnivore and working on the digestion again.
Brain fog.
Brain fog. Okay. Brain fog. Ketosis. Like basically using fat as fuel rather than carbohydrates. Prioritizing sleep again, and also diet again. Yeah.
Remission.
Remission is probably, according to him, is a combination of all these things. He can't really pinpoint what it is. It's just a holistic approach. We did a lab test.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay, let's roll. So how are we going to spin this person's thing? So I have found that people think about case studies like too big. So they're like, I have to create this huge thing. It can be just a tweet, like 280 characters. So another one is, let's do number one. No rushing. So this is an insight.
Mm.
Everyone thinks I'm like, oh yeah, like eat your greens, but that was actually like fucking him up. Right. This is a case study. Like this is a thing you could post.
Mm.
Another one. And you could just ask him to screenshot his Aura ring. Do you
Yeah.
have them do that?
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So like I'm not telling you set up your room at this much temperature. I'm saying
Mm.
like you gotta set up the sleep environment. This reveals insight that, hey Nick, what's the best sleep environment? You know?
Mm. Okay.
Let's do another
That's
one.
powerful.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you really just focus on the big picture, like really, really big picture, without going into the details.
Of course. Because details will attract detail seekers. Big picture will attract big picture people.
I got you.
Something like this. So it goes with Nick, what's the perfect morning routine? How do I know? Or you could even go with it depends on many factors like the job, your level of your age, your level of fitness. I never recommend one main morning routine to everyone because everyone is simply different. And they're like, okay, Nick, what do you got? Right.
Yeah, I like
you
it
see how insight works different than value?
very much so. Yeah, it actually encourages people to be more motivated to speak to you.
Exactly. Exactly. Like insight gives people how do you call it? Insight gives value gives people candy, but insight gives people hope.
Yeah, that's fire, man.
Yeah, man. Let me share
Thank
this
you.
with you. Cool. I'll
Appreciate
send
it.
it on the chat.
Room for one more? Oh, you still got room for one more question?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I've been following you for a minute. I think I've just been struggling, like if just in my own head. So like if I join your cash creators program, I mean it's $250 a week, and you know I'm basically, yeah, I think everyone's in debt, but I really want to make it. I just don't know. Like this gives me stuff, but like I don't have a following. I have like 100 followers, but like they're from like 2009. So like I don't know how I'm gonna get into it. Like if I'm just like from a blank slate, I don't know if that would help you, or would you do you like qualify? Like should I have like I'm not stupid, right? But I just wanna I'm here. So, like I bought your bow and arrow stuff. Like I bought your other workshop. So like I that stuff's outdated, but like I feel like I'm getting all sorts of information and like too much information. Or what's it called? You called it learning, but you're not I forgot what it was. You're learning, but you're not doing it, so you're not really learning. Some tweet you put recently.
Yeah, it's coping.
Yeah, so LAC likes and cash works.
What's your question?
What do I do if I have like I'm trying to build a following, but you're talking about getting whales clients. So like am I using the same strategy but with whales tweets and then commenting on people on Tweet Hunter, or like or yeah, what are your thoughts on how I can build my following to get those whales to look at your stuff?
Post well bait. Engage with people. If you can't engage with people, get retweets on it. If you can't get retweets on it, engage with people.
Well, I'm engaging with people with some of them. There's a lot of dumb people and posting some weird. I mute so many people, man. They're just posting random questions and shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people feel that same issue, but maybe they're already in your group, so maybe they're advanced or some shit.
What's your question?
My question is, I hate it when you do that. All right. My question is, dude, yeah, this is probably why I need to join the group. But I need help finding the right people to look at my stuff, because I don't want a bunch of I guess I don't want a bunch of followers who just follow damn, it's good pressure. I don't know how to find the right people to look at my stuff. I can post that whale stuff, but then I'll get like I've only gotten like one follower and I don't even know if he's like really watching my stuff. So my current offer, expertise or whatever, what am I selling? Try it first. Try what? Likes and cash? All right, JK. I see you letting the people talk. I got you.
I'm just
yeah.
waiting for you to ask a question, dude.
Okay. How do I find the right people? How do I get eyes on my page? That's my question.
You post well bait and you engage with others so that they will look at your stuff. If you're starting from zero, you don't have. I'm assuming you're not going to spend money on retweets, right? So you post well bait, you get people to engage with your stuff.
So
you
it doesn't
engage
matter.
with people and you post well bait.
So it doesn't matter who I engage with. Like it has to be big creators like you, or just like anyone.
Now you think about who would a whale follow? Them, and you comment under them.
You target. Okay.
Like that's a slow route, man. Like look at my tweets. I posted 51,000 times. Like it just goes like that. If you want to skip it, you can buy retweets. But if you're starting out, you have no leverage. So what else are you gonna do?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I studied like copywriting and stuff. So then I tried to do your thing, and then I don't know, I guess I lose motivation midway or something like that. Like I wasn't sure if it was working, no one was looking at my stuff. So yeah, I think everyone goes through it. So like it's just maybe the community. Like what is your likes and cash like a group chat like this, like group chat too, or is it just like whenever you email something I respond? Or
It's a school community or you can get Slack DMs, but most people choose the school community.
Okay.
But if you're at that stage, I wouldn't recommend you join. Like get a client, get a few, get a feel for that, and then we can work together. But now I think you'd benefit more from just fucking around and finding out without that extra pressure of the payment on you.
Okay. But if I, yeah, if I, but it, let's say I, you know, I pick up a job, paid 250 a week with your thing. Like, you think I could grow from where I'm at right now, or do you really recommend like, you know, you figure your shit out, get like 2K, 3, 4K a month, and then jump in?
Wait, what's the question there?
Should I pick up a couple jobs, be able to pay off this thing 250 a week, and then
No,
No?
that's way too much pressure. Fuck that. No, like maybe get jobs, buy courses on your own, and do it on your own.
Okay.
That's way too much pressure.
I mean, whatever gets me there, man. I want to change my life. I've been seeing all you keep showing that top email performer stuff. Like, I'm like, yeah, that stuff's, you know, that stuff works. Everything you say works. I bought other programs. They're like using all these tricks and stuff, but your stuff's like real solid. So I'm like, I don't want to learn from dumb people. So like, that's why I'm here. I'm not saying everyone's dumb. I'm just saying, you know, your stuff's good.
I'm gonna open up this page for somebody else.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pretty
can I
much.
ask a quick question, JK?
Yeah, what's
you.
up?
Okay, so if you're teaching a business model that's 0 to, let's say, 10K, and not like a 20 plus, you know, going to 10 to 20K, does your whale bait need to be adjusted in any way, or is it just all the same concepts you've shared in the call? Thank you.
Same one. But at that point, it's more about how you talk about the problem. So if going from 0 to 10K, like you wanna, again, you don't want to give like exact value. You want to give insights. The same thing. Like it works the same way, but you don't want to. You want to attract people who actually think. Like Dan Coe attracts people who are at a beginner phase, but because the way he talks about his stuff is higher level, he gets higher level people, even though they may not have that much money when they're joining. It still works. He's still targeting beginners, quote unquote. So things don't change. Changes the same thing. It's gonna be okay.
If you have a lot of problems, like I have one client that like the main client, and I solve a lot of problems for them in their business, like digital marketing, videos, and like a lot of problems. Should I talk about all the problems I solve for them, or look like focus in on one thing?
Walk me through the problems.
I do like video content for them, like shooting videos. I do Facebook ads, I do Google ads, I do email marketing, I do like complete agency thing for them. And should I showcase all those problems like whale bait, or should I focus in on like, oh, I just want to focus in on, for example, email marketing or like video content?
No, it's you talk about all the problems. So for me, it's I help people with their offer, lead flow, conversions, clarity. But I'm the lead flow guy, I'm the offer guy, I'm the conversions guy. I talk about all the ways and the principles that apply to all of it. So talk about all of it. Talk about how you solve the Google Ads, the Facebook, the YouTube, because eventually you're going to realize that one of them starts hitting more than the others. And that is when the niche chose you.
Thanks.
Hey JK, Joseph here. Notice that you didn't talk about engaging back with your followers or folks who have commented on your posts. Is that, especially if you posted a whale bait, is that something that you do it on X? I post on LinkedIn, so if I post a kind of a whale bait post, I got a lot of comments, but should I reply to them or just kind of lift it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's never going to be a bad idea. I just don't do it because I don't want to.
I understand. Same. Yeah, especially life when life gets busy. Cool.
If it's not something you would normally do, I would actually recommend against it, because then people are gonna feel that it's not genuine.
Yeah, I think especially if those that is just saying helpful, thanks for sharing, it just feels very light and yeah.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? You're welcome, bro.
Yeah, that's what I yeah, but it gets tiring after a while. Cool. Do
Yeah,
you
I
make
found that when you are more like yourself, even though it's a little bit disrespectful, you get more respect. It's weird, but that's how it works.
Gotcha. For each of these posts that you do on X or on whatever platform do you ask them to go to join your email list for every post, or do you have like a strategy around that after
That's a
like
separate
every
post.
update?
So
Yeah.
I have every day I'll post once. That's the daily email. But every day I will also ask people to join the list, because tomorrow I'm sending an email on this because I have a result on that. So ideally, it only works with 2 posts. So it's the main big one and another one to join your list. Sometimes I'll combine them, but that's the exception rather than the rule for me.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Hey, JK, I have a question. It's regarding people who are somewhat scared of selling. Since if you offer kind of a service and especially if you're beginning, it's like you cannot really guarantee results per se. So for me, it's like very hard to sell because like I like to tell people something, but then like I know I cannot really guarantee the results. So it's so hard for me to overcome that in my head in some ways. I don't know if there's like a mindset shift. I mean, probably there's more issues on my end, but probably that's one of the issues which I'm having.
So what do you sell? What do you promise people?
Well, okay, this is more regarding like some crypto stuff. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I need some more information.
Some more, yeah. So this is more regarding like I'm in a very particular niche, and there's like some technical things which you really need to take care of to to achieve the results of making money, right? So yeah, there's that, and also like passive income in some ways, how you can generate that with crypto. But there's no guarantee in that as well, which is like it's a thing which can be done, but it's an opportunity which can open up for maybe a month or 2, and then it doesn't work anymore.
Well, in that case, what you can do is, okay, so sometimes people will join Cash Creators and the promise is to make 20K. We hop on the call and I ask them, how much do you want to make? And they go, I want to make 5. I'm like 5, but like the promise is 20. Like, yeah, I get it, but I just want to make 5. I'm like, sure. So people buy direction just as much as they buy outcomes. So if I were to work on that offer, I would call it something like your first 10K with crypto, your first profitable crypto trade, your next 10 profitable crypto trades, something like that. Show people the ideal outcome, but offer no guarantees. And to me, it's that simple, because people will come to you just for the fact that they understand that crypto is volatile. You don't need to lay that out. You can just say no guarantees, but I'm going to give you everything that's working for me.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Cool.
Give it to the next person. JK, thank you.
Hey, JK, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions that I've been like writing through the workshop. My question, someone asked before, like, when you are like not a big creator, do you engage like a lot with accounts, and when do you think it's a good time to stop with that?
When you're sick of it. But yeah, I started like that, to be fair. Like, I engaged a lot. But when you're, I don't know, man, like people think there's a magical number at which you can stop doing things, stop chasing clients, stop getting whatever. It's like whenever you decide to. Like, there's a guy with 200 followers making 6.5K a month in likes and cash. It's just whenever you were like, I'm sick of it. But to grow, yeah, like I'd start that. Maybe I'd say 2 3,000 followers is a pretty good base, and if you're not making money at 2,000 to 3,000 followers, the problem is not the follower count. The problem is something in your process.
Gotcha. So it's viable to implement it until we start making at least a good monthly recurring revenue, right?
What?
I mean, until we have like a good chunk of money we are making per month with the audience, do you recommend it?
I think 2,000 followers is not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of DMs, like how many DMs do you recommend to send per day, and who should I be sending those DMs?
As many DMs as you possibly can. Who do you send it to? It's everybody who engages, follows your content. But I'm a bigger fan of just getting everyone inside your email list. And inside your list, you run email sales machine. Like most of my money comes from a small list of 300 people. That's people who bought a $100 thing. In my opinion, the best use of time for smaller accounts is getting people into the list and selling them a small ticket thing. Because small ticket things allow you to work with bigger ticket things, or like allow you to find the people willing to pay for big ticket things.
So would you use the DMs to promote your email list instead of pitching like the Google Doc?
No, you use the DMs to pitch the main thing, but with your content, you get people into the list. Like that should be, in my opinion, the priority.
Gotcha. And in terms of the Google Docs, do we need to have like an amount of hit like a daily number or a monthly number to know we are on target, or it's just random?
Just random.
Got it. I got curious when you share your screen. I saw something like North Star. Like, what the fuck is that, bro?
How many clients I need to get to 100K a month profit. So eventually I'll see, okay, this is how many we have. So that tells me how many spots I should open. I opened up 3 this week, not because it's like, I just pull it out of my ass, but because that's the number that puts me on the track that I want.
Do you have like a doc or a Notion sheet or something like that, so you can actually see the number automatically, or like you do the math?
I mean, you just go to Stripe. And I put the number there. Very elaborate process. Clearly.
Yeah. In terms of metrics, which ones do you say I should be like tracking?
Offers made. How many offers did you make today?
How many are like a good number to stick for 2 or 3 months?
Dude, let me try to like catch up on this language. I feel like you're asking these questions because you don't want to work on the thing.
It could be. There were like a few questions that I had like during the workshop. Like you told us to write everything that we came to our mind. These were the questions that came to my mind. So maybe I need to talk with you later.
1 offer a day.
Okay. And I think like I have like one more. Like I saw like the giveaway stuff. Like people are doing it, but not sure like if it is a good thing. But based on what you teach so far, I think we should be aiming to do more insights than value, and then maybe pitch something else so we can get people into the email list. But is a good like when is a good time to start with them and to stop with them, or it's always a good time, or you shouldn't start like if you have like something already built?
Start whenever you want, stop whenever you want. Like it's not a key revenue driver, it's not a key revenue stopper. If you like to do them, keep doing it. If not, don't do them.
Sure. Last one. How can I craft like my community? Like I don't know like which, like I don't have a template, nothing to follow. Like I don't know like which type of channels or that stuff should I be doing. Like can you like show like what do you do like in your school or whatever to have like
For community, I think it has to have three main components. Number one is portal, where you have all the trainings. Number two is community, where people can post and talk. And number three is weekly calls. And I find that the most, or bi-weekly. And I find that the most efficient way to do that is in school. If you have those three, you have a community.
Is it like necessary to have like pre-recorded stuff, or if I'm just launching something new, I can like?
Oh my God,
maybe
dude, what are these questions, bro? Do you want to do this thing or not?
It's a question that came to my mind. But that's okay.
Hey JK, I have another one. It's regarding one-on-one versus a group, let's say, especially if you're a beginner. I mean, as I am, it's I have one-on-ones, but then I get really pissed off when they keep on DMing me with questions. And I have my mindset is always like I have to help people in some ways, whatever. That's how I am. And then I answer, but I'm like angry answering, not like internally angry answering them, but obviously friendly towards them. But I'm like, they're not paying now, but I have to answer. So
yeah,
and now it's like I have only 2, 4, 5 people. It's like, oh, maybe 3, let's say. And how can I, like, if I create a group, it's gonna be 3 people there. It's like, does that look stupid, or I don't know how?
No,
to
dude, I
handle
feel
that.
you. I 100% feel you. So what I like to do is basically, hey man, we start working together, but if you like DM access, I'm now offering it for this much money per week. Would you like to do that? Just like that. Easy. Make them an offer.
Lovely.
I do that actually. When people DM me a lot and they don't have the DM thing, I go with, hey, like I can help you in the channels. If you'd like DMs, it's this much per week. Would you like to do that instead? And usually they go to the channels, but at least they're not asking in the DMs.
Can you elaborate a little bit the DMs versus channels? Like I mean, I'm fairly new, so like what's the difference there?
DMs is you message me one-to-one, but communities like school allow you to have a channel where everybody can put their question in. So it's the equivalent of asking me, hey, don't message me privately, put it in the group chat. It's the equivalent of that.
All right, okay, I see. So you have people in the group chat, and then do you have 2 offers for the DMs and group chat, or how is that?
Yeah. So group chat, or not group chat, but school community and calls and everything. That's $250 a week. But sometimes people want more access, so I include DMs for an extra $250 a week.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I'll copy paste that somewhat to mine.
Nice. All right, we've got 3 more minutes. Anybody else got a question?
Can I
Hey,
ask one more?
yeah, JK, can I ask you about value-based versus insight-based content?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like I've been hearing your tips today, and as I understand, basically value-based content is simply going with go copy paste this, or for example, this is the exact template I use. You can just go ahead and take it for your business. And you suggest not to do that as much because this way people just copy paste stuff from you but never buy. Insight-based content. So from what I understood, it's case studies, it's small tips, like guiding them towards the right thing. How would you describe the insight-based content?
Value-based content is giving people
exact things.
It's showing people what to do. Insight people is showing them why the parts of your process matter. So give me an example. What do you sell?
I sell, helping B2B SaaS founders with marketing and sales, like get more calls and increase more sales.
So I used to run a SaaS. One insight that fucking changed my life, bro, was when I said most SaaS founders focus too much on acquisition. They just want to get more clients. But the true revenue actually comes from retention. Like if you want to build a successful SaaS, it's not just about getting more clients. It's about getting every client to pay you more. The money is in their retention. This is why this is a main focus with my clients. They're like, oh, what do you know? How do you retain people?
So basically the insight type content is breaking down, it's breaking common misbeliefs about the thing. For
Not
example,
misbeliefs, but just showing why the things that you do matter.
okay.
And this requires you to be rock solid on your process too. Like, and most people can't get to that point. Like most people haven't written down what their process is. So when they want to approach insight-based content, they don't know because they're like, I don't know what my process is, right? But if you actually write it down and you think it through, that is really powerful well-bait because you become a leader because you actually thought this through.
So for example, in cold email, one of the things we would do is A/B test at least 3 buyer personas. And instead of me saying, for example, this is the exact email script you can do, I would instead do something around A/B testing 3 buyer personas allows you to gain more insights on the market quicker. And recently, this is the guy who succeeded thanks to that. And you just stop there, and because this way you attract people, oh, how do you actually A/B test it correctly, and so on.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. And you can include a tangible example, for example, with SaaS, right? This SaaS was tailoring towards pregnant women, but we found out that actually women that had 2 kids or more, actually, no, that's a shitty example. Let me come up with another one.
Wheat Hunter was trying to sell to indie hackers, but then you position.
Yeah, we realized they're fucking broke. So what we did is
It's positioned it to create like writers.
by doing the your strategy, which I call the Dennis diversification.
Yeah.
The Dennis diversification. There you go. Because we tested different things, we actually found that the most powerful niche was not that one, but this one. When we switched the niche, here are the results. Hidden niches are all around your list right now. And the best move you can do right now as a SaaS founder is find out what it is instead of trying to push more people who may not be the best fits. It's like, shit, Dennis, I want that.
So, okay, to simplify it is pointing out some clues or things people miss out, and you show.
No, you're overcomplicating it. It's why does the process you do matters?
Okay.
Why does it matter? That's it.
Okay, fair. Thank you.
Cool.
Hey, JK.
What's up?
Can I ask just one quick question? My mic was off for some reason.
Yeah.
In a relationship niche, how do you deal with the things that you cannot guarantee? It's like, how do you make in terms of offers? How do you make them understand there can never be a guarantee in that, but you can still help?
We just say no guarantees, but you call the program the promise. So I'll give you an example. Like you may have your Google Doc thing or whatever you sell. It's like this program will allow you to get your next 10 numbers, right? Get 10 numbers for the girl, right? No guarantees, but I'll show you everything you need to get your next 10 numbers. And what gives that promise strength is when you lay out the path and the path actually makes sense. So promise it, make that the ideal outcome, but say no guarantees. And by the way, guys, no guarantees is well paid because it gets people who are like not chasing for the guarantee, which often make the worst clients.
Okay. Can you suggest something like in terms of relationship niche, how do you differentiate a whale bait from a fish? Because you normally don't talk about money there, right?
A good example is Jack Peach. So Jack Peach is a relationship coach, but his whole thing is he goes kind of against the red pill and just hook up with as many women as you can, because he's like, what you really want is deep connection and finding someone you vibe with. So this matters because at some point getting with too many women is going to fuck you up. But if you like are clear on what you want, you eventually get what you want. Jack Peach can do that because he is very clear on what his process is. The answer to your question, which is how can I differentiate myself, is find out what your process is. Write it down, write your code, and that becomes the differentiator. The differentiator is it's just Zed's process. Like all these shit, man, like Wellbait, email sales machine, Lex and Cash, Cash Creators. I made all of that up. That shit doesn't exist. But because I'm like confident in the process and I can explain why the thing matters, people listen.
I think you may have misunderstood the question. I was asking how do I differentiate between whale bait and fish bait in terms of relationship when you don't talk about money directly.
We covered that for an hour, bro. Is you talk about the problems, the plan, the code. That is Wellbait itself.
Okay. I didn't really understood like how, you know, how the problems will be different for a whale person than the normal. Or do you talk about like, you know, how much is gonna cost if something goes wrong in the relationship or stuff like that?
No, dude. That's so fish behavior, calling out 6-7 figures, this is how much it costs. It's a desperation signal. It tells me that you're getting a bunch of unqualified leads and you're not making money. Instead, what you do is you put out your process, and that process is itself Wellbait. Wellbait is not like Wellbait does not equal rich people bait. Whalebait equals you showing people how you are a whale so that you attract other whales. So you put this stuff out, and that becomes the whalebait. It's not about if you make this much money, this is gonna help. No, it doesn't work like that. It's you putting why your process is different, how is it different, why does it matter, and that eventually attracts the whales.
Okay, got it. Do you just one last thing, small thing? Do you recommend doing it even when you haven't figured out the offer yet, or is it like the step you do after, or do you do it like in the process?
Simultaneously. Eventually, you're gonna catch kind of what posts get more traction, and that gives you a hint. Maybe I should include this in the offer.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Cool.
Hey, JK, it's just regarding mindset overall. I mean, especially probably somebody who is on the beginning side, there is a lot of fears basically because like you're moving, you're just shooting your way through in some ways, right? With your tweets, let's say there's probably a bit more direction, but what is probably more like something or like a mindset which helped you to keep on going without even really knowing what you're doing? Especially at the beginning, like you're not so sure what you're doing, you're just shooting your way through. It works, but
Don't ever call yourself a beginner.
all right.
Like don't ever do that because that relieves performance pressure from you, and that's kind of what fucks you up. Because then when it's time to make big boy moves, you don't want to do it because I'm a beginner. Don't ever say that. That fucks you. But my mindset for this, the best tip I found actually that works for me is asking me myself, why not? So yes, it sucks to eat at a caloric deficit. Yes, it sucks to burn calories, but why not? I'd look great if I do that. Yes, it sucks to like, you know, and write and put myself out there and have that embarrassment, but why not? I mean, what's the alternative? Not make money? Fuck that. Right? So asking myself why not has actually been quite useful to get me through the hard times.
Appreciate it.
Yo, JK, I have a quick question about the email list. So I've heard a lot on Twitter that you shouldn't actually send emails before you get to 300 subscribers, and I'm planning to do that by making a giveaway. At the moment, I have 50 subscribers, and what do you think around this topic?
Bullshit.
Yeah, so we should start. I mean, personally, I should start sending emails right now. I mean, I started actually sending emails, and I was getting like 40 opens or whatever you call them, 30 to 40 opens. And do you think that that is still a good number to actually sell through email?
Now, if you see the content strategy, remember it's you create for email and then you copy and paste into the platforms. So it's literally the same thing. You're just copying and pasting. So now, start now.
Okay, so what you're saying is copy exactly like I mean, okay, not exactly the same thing. I saw what you said in the presentation, but pretty much that would be the general idea. What you write in the email, you write on Twitter as well,
Twitter.
like part, yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't that like bad for the people that follow you on both on Twitter and in the email list?
Yeah, but what I mean, no, because I post an email first, and then 1 or 2 days later it goes out into socials.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an important distinction. I should have made that distinction. Good call.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
All right, friends. This was a Wellbait workshop. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your attention. Real quick. 2 spots were taken during our call, so there's only 1 spot left. If you would like to take it, here is the invite. I'm closing doors when this is full or on Friday. So let me send it here if you want to take it. And that'll be it. Until the next one. Bye-bye.